Hey guys, welcome to Technability, your source for no-nonsense tech. Alright, we got the iPhone 6s right here, or 6s Plus. We're going to do an unboxing and a review of this device, so I'm going to open it with you guys, look at all of its new features for the first time with you guys, and go through everything that's new, everything that's old, what you guys are used to with the iPhone, iOS 9 on the iPhone 6 Plus, and so forth and so on. So I do want to mention that you guys are watching Technability, your source for no-nonsense tech. Thank you guys for watching. If you already haven't, go ahead and subscribe and like the video. All right, let's get started here with the iPhone 6s Plus unboxing. Okay, so let's go ahead and just tear this sucker open for the first time. All right. Plastic comes off. There you see the box. Let's put that aside here. There you see the phone, the beast itself. That would be the iPhone 6s Plus. All right, before we get to the phone, let's look at what's in the box. Okay, so we'll put this aside right here. Look underneath, and you can see you got the headphones, the wall port, and of course the lightning cable. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the phone here. Push the box aside. All right, now looking at the phone and its design, you guys can see it's absolutely elegant in its design. Apple stuck with what was popular with the 6S, or the 6 and the 6 Plus last year. So in terms of design, it's not much different. It is a little bit thicker. So whereas this was 7.1 millimeters last year, it's now 7.3, and that's due to the fact that it was bending. So they kind of made it slightly thicker, as well as the 6S as well. It went from 6.9 to 7.1, so it's slightly thicker, but that's just to make sure that it's a little bit more durable. Again, going around the device, you can see the speaker on the bottom, the lightning port, 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. On the front, you have the Touch ID sensor with the 5.5 inch Retina HD or Retina Plus display, however you want to put it. Renders 401 pixels per inch. Okay, you can see the back. This is the space gray model. Also comes in rose gold, gold and silver, white. You can see the S branding on the bottom. You have the 12 megapixel rear camera, 5 megapixel front facing camera. All right, volume rockers right here with vibrate mode, power button on the side, SIM card tray. All right, we're going to go ahead and turn it on. And just going around the device again, it's absolutely beautiful in terms of its device, or at least I think it is. Not everyone's a fan of this design. I am personally. I think it's actually very elegant, very nice looking, sleek and smooth. Right, I'm going to leave the plastic on because it just looks nicer. All right, so turning on the 6s Plus here for the first time. Of course, you get the setup screen. And just to go through the specs on this device. All right, this has an A9 processor, 2 gigs of RAM. It comes in 16, 64, 128 gigabyte variants. Of course, some people are disappointed that it wasn't 32, that they released it at 16, and then, base model, but apparently 60% of iPhone users buy the 16 gigabyte model. So, I guess it's a give and take. It's also, again, 12 megapixel rear camera, 5 megapixel front facing camera, Touch ID sensor, a lot of new features like 3D touch, which we'll get into, iOS 9. So in terms of, it's an incremental update as the S normally is, but it is super duper fast, however you want to put it. Okay, let's do United States. All right, we'll connect to my Wi-Fi here. All right, again, just going around it here again. Thank you guys for watching Technability, your source for no-nonsense tech. All right, there you guys have it right there. We're at the home screen of the iPhone 6s Plus. So first thing I'm going to do is just take this plastic off here because why not, right, at this point. All right. We're going to put this aside right in the box. And again, just going around the device without the plastic on. You can see it's absolutely stunning. Again, at least I think it is. You can kind of tell it's subtly thicker than last year's 6 Plus. So again, 7.3 versus 7.1. All right, now going through the software here, you guys can see iOS 9 in all of its glory. All right, let's turn up the brightness. Okay, again, 401 pixels per inch. So you're going to be hard pressed to notice any pixels on this device. It's actually very, very stunning in terms of its screen quality, viewing angles, phenomenal, industry leading in my opinion in terms of viewing angle. The only thing that comes close would be the Samsung Galaxy with its Super AMOLED screens. All right, and again, stay tuned, guys, as we do comparisons with the 6S Plus versus the Galaxy Note 5, the S6 Edge, the S6 Edge Plus, LG G4, HTC, and a flurry of other devices, also including the 6 Plus and the 6 last year's model. All right, so we're going to get started here by looking at the camera right off the bat, guys. All right, this is what everyone is boasting about, is the camera quality. Now, of course, Apple has always had phenomenal camera quality. You got 4K recording now, which is absolutely phenomenal, and I will post a separate video showcasing video quality, so wait for that, guys. Again, you can see how quick it is to take pictures. All right. Of course, you can do burst shot. You have HDR mode. You have, of course, flash and all that good stuff. Square, panorama, video quality, which again, you can record in 4K video now, which is awesome. Slow-mo, which they've had since the 5S. Time-lapse. Just looking at the quality from my perspective, it's actually pretty stunning. All right, here, we'll take a picture of the iPhone box. Okay. Actually, let's turn on the flash here and see how bright the flash is. Wow, that's pretty fast to take a photo, guys. And of course, the iPhone has always had a really fast shutter. All right, so in terms of camera quality, stay tuned as we post separate videos showcasing the video quality, including the 4K video. And you can see if I pan in and zoom in 100%. Of course, you have filters here as well, so you can see the filters. If you're used to iOS, then you know all about this. If you're new to it, it's really easy to learn. You could just see the photo quality here. Phenomenal, man. The color quality, the color saturation, I mean, it just bursts. It pops out literally. And this, of course, is the gallery, which we'll get into in a moment as well. But just in terms of features, the camera is actually absolutely phenomenal on the 6S Plus. 12 megapixel, of course, 5 megapixel front-facing camera, and you could totally see the difference in quality from this model versus last year's model. All right, there I am on the front-facing camera. Of course, again, I have filters as well. I can record video with the front-facing camera. And again, you can see how quick the shots are. All right, the quality is great. I am really impressed with this front-facing camera. Okay, so go back to collections. Again, you can see how the gallery works here. All right, we're doing indoor sample 1080p video with the iPhone 6S Plus. I usually do outdoor, but we're gonna do indoor today. Just showcasing the video quality here. This is 1080p. Hey, Jim.
Hey, peace out.
Thank you, sir. Zoom in there. See this photo. The lighting's not great in here, but I want to showcase how it does in fairly decent light conditions. Over here. All right, Technobility offices. There you guys go. All right, we'll exit out of camera and stay tuned, guys. I'm going to post a separate video showcasing the camera. So far, though, so good. We'll skip this and look at the gallery here. Okay, you can see the gallery here. You could share photos. All right, there's a sharing button. You can edit photos. They have their editing application. Of course, if you click right there, you could see multitude of different editing options, so you could do that as well. All right, looking at the notification center. All right, we're going to be going through the software right now, guys. So again, this is an A9 processor, and just in terms of speed overall, this thing is absolutely blazing fast. No lag whatsoever. And you've come to, you know, if you're an iPhone user, then you're used to that. All right, you can see multitasking here. Just absolutely super fast with this A9 processor and 2 gigs of RAM. Wow, Apple finally put 2 gigs of RAM on their phone. A lot of Android users are going to be like, well, we've had that since the Galaxy S3, all right, back in the day. And you would be right in that assessment, but nonetheless, this is a blazing fast phone. Benchmarks showcase that it's actually super duper fast in comparison to, say, the Galaxy Note 5 and the S6 Edge and whatnot. So it actually does beat a lot of other phones in the market, if not every phone in the market currently, in terms of its speed. Of course, you got Spotlight and all that good stuff. All right, your Siri suggestions. There's Spotlight again. Okay, and you can see if I was to long press on an icon, I can create a folder. Now what everyone's talking about is the 3D touch. So So let's go ahead and test that out here. All right, so if I push hard on the icon, you can see, all right, it says for you. So and developers are developing their applications to fit this mold. So basically what it's doing here is it's allowing me to check shortcuts or to check messages through the actual icon. It's almost like a widget, but very smart in the sense that it detects, you know, how hard I'm pushing on the screen. So it's all about the pressure that you put on this 3D touch display, and basically it allowing you to showcase or to see different options that you get with that specific app without actually having to go into the app. So you could say I pushed on the camera, for example. So if I click on take photo, it'll take me right to the camera. Of course, this syncs perfectly with Apple Watch as well. So take selfie, record video. Again, going back to messages, I'm pushing really hard on it, by the way. You can see new message, click on that, takes me directly to it, as opposed to going into messages, clicking on new message, and then having to write out the message and send it to someone. I could just do it through long pressing the icon, which is actually really cool, convenient. Again, you can see the keyboard, right? Sharing options, picture, emojis, of course. Enable dictation. Hey, what's going on? How are you today? Question mark. Okay, and then that takes us back to who is the 14th president of the United States?
Checking on that. The answer is Franklin Pierce.
Volume. How old is Barack Obama?
Barack Obama is 54.
Super fast. What is 6 minus 6 plus 3 to the second power times 9?
I'm on it.
Has a little vibrate
The answer is
feedback.
81.
All right, so you guys can see Siri, and Siri, of course, can also open apps. Open camera. All right, so super quick, man. You guys can see. Again, long pressing on the apps. This is a new feature with the 6S and 6S Plus, new note, new reminders. Let me show you guys another area where 3D touch comes in handy. So if I want to do like a preview. Indoor sample 1080p video with the iPhone 6S Plus. I usually do outdoor, but we're going to do indoor today. Let's see how that works. If I slide up, you can copy it, share it, favorite, delete. Kind of cool, man. It's actually really, really responsive. I worked with indoor sample 1080p video with the... I don't have to keep holding it. You know, or maybe I do. I worked with indoor sample 1080p video with the iPhone 6S. Alright. Live photos. New feature on the 6S and 6S Plus. Depending on how hard you push it. See? So if I'm pushing really hard, nothing happens. But if I slightly push down, you can see new reminders. It's actually really cool. Intuitive. Very intuitive. Seems like it's very useful. I could see how that could be used in terms of shortcuts, and you know, just in terms of easier access to applications and their features. So very, very interesting nonetheless, to say the least. It's an interesting feature. Again, long pressing here, most recent pictures, search, favorites. All right, so basically it works on everything. All right, doesn't work on settings. All right, go into settings. You can see, of course, iOS 9 settings. You could search if you'd like. Very simplistic. Set up your Touch ID and passcode. All right, Safari, of course, if you want your battery percentage to show. All right, so I forget this sometimes. All right, again, go into the control center. You guys can see how that works. Still can't customize it, but nonetheless, it's there. It's useful. Everyone I know that has an iPhone uses it. Same with the notification center. Of course, you're going to get notifications here that you can swipe away, X out, and whatnot. All right, you got your iWatch podcast. Here you see the calculator. And of course, you always have the option of auto-rotating the screen, so you can use it in portrait and landscape mode if you'd like, because it is a bigger screen. Okay, and again, same with the 3D touch. I can long press and just kind of push hard on it, depending on the pressure that I put on the icon that I'm pushing on. Again, thank you guys for watching Technability, your source for no-nonsense tech. This is the exclusive iPhone 6s unboxing and full review. All right, add event on calendar, etc., etc. Of course, you have Safari. Fantastic keyboard, super responsive. The screen is absolutely stunning in terms of its quality as well. Everything has just been blazing fast thus far, so No complaints out of me, except of course my Wi-Fi signal, but there you guys see technability, pinch zoom, no checkerboarding, super fast, blazing fast to load. You can see the tabs, of course. You can add a tab, you can add a private tab as well. Swipe them away, it's gone. All right, you got wallet, of course. Okay, let's look at the weather application. And I'm just gonna go through everything here with you guys. I know a lot of times people like seeing these stock apps. No bloatware, which I love. This is a T-Mobile model, but it doesn't matter what carrier you get. Apple doesn't put bloatware. I think Android manufacturers could learn a lesson from that. All right, so let's see. You got voice memos, of course. So nothing really changed in terms of software, right? I mean, it's iOS 9. It's similar to iOS 8 with minor different changes. Okay, all right. Let's see the dialer here. Of course, if you receive a notification, you get a pop-up up top and all that good stuff. Okay, stocks. So really the new feature that everyone's talking about is 3D touch, which so far, you know, I'm having fun with here, just messing around with. Simply, again, putting pressure on the screen. And there you see the maps and what you could do with the maps as well. So quite interesting, quite intriguing. Nonetheless, of course, you have music. Speaking of music, let's go ahead and check out some YouTube videos, and we're going to do that directly through Safari here, guys. Everything has just been super fast, super responsive, and I mean, I cannot boast enough about that, guys. It's just ridiculous at this point. Okay, so here was my video last year. Well, actually, no, let's play something else. Of course, you have the gesture-based system as well. Just ridiculous fast, guys. Ridiculous fast. Okay, of course, it's going to be a little slow to load. This was my GTA Grand Theft Auto review. Or Grand Theft Auto on the my laptop, my gaming laptop. This game is so realistic, it's crazy. I never thought games would look like this, or I did one day. I just didn't think it would be something that I'd be interested in. I was never much of a gamer, but I cannot get enough of GTA 5. Alright, you guys see some video and sound quality. Again, auto rotation, which works, of course, if you were to go this way or this way, even this way. Oh, I guess not that way. Okay. All right, so basically it's, you know, look, if you have an iPhone 6 Plus, the question is it worth upgrading? Is it worth upgrading from the 6 Plus? Well, here's my take on that. I think that if you have a 6 Plus or a 6, I think you're fine. I don't know if this is worthy of an upgrade. And now, of course, iPhone has these new leasing this new leasing option where you can lease a new iPhone every year, basically be put into their system, which is cool and interesting, no doubt about it. But is it really worth the upgrade if you're on a 6 Plus? Well, look, if you're crazy about the latest and greatest, then absolutely. And I am. So I have to have the newest phone as soon as it's released, not just for review purposes, but just because I have to have it. Now, if you're one of those people who's happy with your phone and doesn't really care about the 3D touch or the camera being, you know, upgraded, then you should be totally fine, because let's face it, the 6 Plus is a great phone. It's got a great camera. It's fast. It's fluid. So really, what are you upgrading for? 3D touch, great feature, absolutely no doubt about it. I am not denying that whatsoever. I like this. This is actually really convenient and really fun, really interesting, and I think developers could do a lot with it. Camera, upgraded, absolutely. This camera is phenomenal. Again, taking pictures, super smooth, super fluid, absolutely phenomenal. Sharing options, all that good stuff. So in terms of its specs, A9 processor, 2 gigs of RAM, 12 megapixel rear camera, 5 megapixel front-facing camera, yes, it's upgraded. Now, if you're a person who likes taking selfies, this front-facing camera is going to be for you, because as you saw earlier in the video, it's great quality. If you're someone who's happy with what you got with the 6 Plus, it's enough for you, then I don't think it's worth upgrading. Now, let's say you have a Samsung Galaxy Note 4 or even a Note 5 or Note 3, whatever. It's just a no line. And you're looking at the iPhone 6 Plus, 6S Plus, and you're thinking, wow, it's a 5.5-inch iPhone. It's interesting. It looks good. Everyone loves their iPhone. What do I have to lose? Let me give it a shot. I wouldn't blame you. But listen, if you have a Note 5 or even a Note 4, you as well are fine in the department of late. Depends on if you have money to blow or spend, if you have an upgrade on your contract, if you want to finance a new phone, if you're able to get it right now, of course, because it's going to be kind of hard to get. All those factors come into play. I'm not biased one way or another, whether it comes to the iPhone or whether it comes to Android. I use both platforms. You guys can see my videos. I'm equal with both platforms. However, with that said, my daily driver right now is a Note 5, and it probably will stay that way. I'll use this as a secondary phone. But you never know, right? I might just be so enticed by this device that I start using it as my daily driver. And you guys will see, as soon as I get a little bit more time with it, when I do my comparison with the Note 5, you guys will see in the end which one, in my opinion, comes out superior over the other. And I am going to do that this time around. Normally, I don't. Normally, I'll be unbiased. I'll let you guys decide. But this time, I am going to choose a winner between the Note 5 and the 6S Plus, because I think those two devices are the flagship phablets, if you want to call them that. I'm not too crazy about that term. But they are the flagship phablets in the market right now, so it's going to be a tough decision for consumers. I want to help as much as possible. All right, again, guys, this is the iPhone 6S Plus. All right, I went through as much as I could possibly go through without overdoing it. Of course, I don't want to just make this a software review, but in essence, it pretty much is, because the iPhone, again, being that it's an incremental update, you're not going to get much difference in terms of the hardware. Again, it's a little bit thicker. You see the S logo on the bottom. So not much different in terms of its software design from last year's model. And same with this, hardware design. And same can be said with the software in the sense that it's iOS, right? iOS 9, which you probably already got the update on your iPhone 6 and 6 Plus, so you're well aware of what it does. But of course, it does have the 3D touch, which is actually pretty cool. Okay. I think we've pretty much covered everything I wanted to cover. All right, just basically having fun here with 3D touch for the last time before I call this review off. Pretty much having fun with 3D touch right now before I end this review. All right, there you guys have it. iPhone 6S Plus. You guys have watched Technability, your source for no-nonsense tech. If you guys have any questions or comments, again, leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We're going to be doing a bunch of reviews and comparisons with the 6S Plus and the 6S coming soon. So stay tuned for that, guys. Also, we do phone repair. So if you guys have any phone repair concerns, iPhone, Samsung, everything from screen to charging port to home button to power button to water damage, we fix it. Technability is your source for no-nonsense tech and cell phone repair. So go ahead and give me a call. I'll leave my contact information in the description below. This is the iPhone 6S Plus. Stay tuned as we do a a video basically showcasing the camera quality, 4K video, etc. So stay tuned for that. I'll post that later today after I post this review and unboxing. Thank you guys for watching Technability. My name is Berge. We are your source for no-nonsense tech. Have a good day.